In this video, I am going to break down exactly how I fulfill for my clients in my agency. And for context, I've had one of my partners paying me over $100,000 over the last year for my services. I would say that's not the average. Then I would have an absolutely crazy monthly revenue from each partner. But I can say with confidence that my partners are normally paying me $2,000 to $3,000 a month on average. And then I have some bigger rev share partners like the one I just mentioned, who has paid me over $100,000. And my whole business model is ran on pure performance. So I have really spent a lot of time dialing this in. So I'm just going to give it all to you. So I just jumped into an ad account, and this is for the exact client that I mentioned before. And as you can see, they've spent over $152,000 on ads with us. And you can see that each campaign are ranging from anywhere from like $25 to $44 for a lead, which is extremely good in the kitchen and bathroom remodeling niche because the job value is anywhere from $20,000 to $100,000. And this is like the single most important thing that you can crack the code on in your agency, because obviously this guy would never have paid me so much money if I weren't able to bring him results. And that's really how you build a sustainable agency with a really good back-end recurring revenue, because you keep your client base, you get more referrals, and you aren't always on the hamster wheel of signing more clients than you churn. So let's dive into exactly how I've been able to bring these results. Alright, so I also want to break down some of the numbers that we have been able to generate for this partner, because at the end of the day, cost per lead is just like a vanity metric. What really matters is your cost per appointment and ultimately your cost per acquisition, and also the total revenue that has been generated. And for context, I'm getting 5% rev share from this partner. So you can do the math on how much I've made from this guy in the last 30 days alone. So you can see the cost per appointment is sitting at $206, 14 closed deals, and also $318,000 in revenue with the cost per acquisition of $1,056. So this is basically just breaking down like Facebook ads in 2026 and how you can get the best results for your partners. And I would say that this pretty much applies to any niche, but especially like blue collar industries, this is probably super relevant. So let's dive right in. So the first thing is how I structure my campaigns, and the way that I run it is ABO. And obviously I'm going to separate my campaigns into the different categories. So if they do kitchens, then obviously that should have a ad set within the campaign for itself. And if it's bathrooms, it should have one for itself as well, because it's two different verticals. From there, I always launch 8 to 12 new ads depending on the ad spend. I would say the majority of my clients are starting at around $100 a day in ad spend. So I feel like around 8 to 12 is the sweet spot for that size, where if they are spending $300 or $500 a day, you need to be creating so many more creatives. Next thing from there is the optimization. I've tried testing like optimizing for conversion leads, the ones that are most likely to take a specific action after they've signed up, but I haven't seen great results with that. Honestly, what I've seen the best results with is maximize number of leads. Then I launch my video ads within this ad set, and I've just found the best success with videos. And I think the reason for that is you can really tailor your offer better. You can come out with a message that is like basically checking all of the boxes off as far as what they're looking for. So I can play on the urgency. I can play on a discounted rate at the same time. I can put in some requirements for them to sign up for this ad, that they should be looking to get started within the next 30 to 60 days, that they should be the homeowner, and so on and so on. And I can also call out the local audience to make it more locally appealing. So the way that I build my framework is basically just going into ads library. So if you're in this niche, I would probably just search for kitchen remodel, bathroom remodel, go through, save all of your ads into foreplay, and then hire a video editor that can replicate the best ads. And then you basically just test different offers until you find the best one. So this video is super important because the message you're sending is basically going to dictate the type of people that you're reaching. So if you're having like some insanely low offer, like a kitchen starting from 10K, you're going to be generating a lot of bad leads. So I would rather go a bit higher there and call out a higher price if it's the price call out offer that I am running. So always look at that if the lead quality is bad. But if you're running like a high volume ad, like where you're getting a lot of leads, then you can kind of like build a shield with your lead form. So I'm running lead forms for 95% of my partners. That's really what I found the best success with. And here obviously I have some specific questions that I'm asking. And these questions I have like a preset for. So always I want to make sure that they are in the area, because then I already kind of eliminate the chance of getting people that are outside of area. So I, for instance, ask, do you own a home in X area? Then they can say yes, or they can say no, and they will be automatically disqualified. So then I get the homeowner confirmation, and I also make sure they are in the area. Then I ask some more questions. I would like to always ask 3 to 4 questions, because again, if you are making it too easy for people to sign up, you're going to get shit leads. And this is really like an algorithm hack, because if you basically tell Facebook by just running like high volume lead forms that you're accepting getting these like $18 cost per lead, it's just going to bring you terrible results. I don't want an $18 cost per lead, because it is really going to bring me shit quality and the schedule rate is going to be bad. So I, on purpose, are adding friction. So that's the first one. The second one is like, let me do this sign instead, $sign. So I'm also, for some partners, adding budget qualifying questions. So I can just ask them like, our kitchen remodels or bathroom remodels are starting from X. Is that something that you would be comfortable with investing? Yes, this is within my budget. No, this is not within my budget. And again, that is really priming the Facebook algorithm, because now people that can say yes to that question is not going to be able to sign up, which means Facebook now needs to look for people that can say yes to that question so they can fulfill on their ads, because obviously they want to bring you the best results, and that's by bringing you leads. So if you have your competitor here and you here, which is awful drawing, but I hope that drives the point home, then yes, they can get a lot of shitty leads over here, because they're telling Facebook, I'm fine with it, just give me a bunch of leads. But here you just go for the most qualified ones that can answer those questions. Then once they have answered these questions, you need to give them the option to click on the next page, which is always like a button here at the, here at the bottom of it. And here you tell them, wait, you're not done yet, schedule your free appointment now and get X dollars off your remodel. Because then you can take the highest quality leads and get them booked into an appointment straight away. So here they just go to a booking page in Go High Level with the calendar, and then they schedule. Next from there, after they have scheduled their appointments, they're going to go to a thank you page. And this is also a super key thing, because not only getting the appointment is great, it's also what happens after. And I try to think of my B2C ads as I think about my B2B ads, because what would you do when someone have signed up or booked an appointment for your B2B ads? You start nurturing them, you have a thank you page video that educates them and sets expectations correctly, and that's exactly what I'm doing here as well. So I have a video that I have hired a UGC creator to record that is generic across all of my partners. And this video is basically going to prepare them for the appointment, letting them know that this is a no pressure consultation in their home. We just want to get a vision about your space, what your dreams are, and then we're going to build you a free estimate that we can give to you. We also let them know that we will be calling them the day prior, etc., etc. So that's the first thing there. Next thing from there is the nurture automation. So here we have emails going out, we have messages going out. Some of them are confirmation messages, some of them are value-driven messages that are preparing them. Because again here, we want to make sure that when the client shows up, they already know, like, and trust them. And the way that we can do that is by sending out emails and also this video. So we tie them back to this thank you page video. We send them a link again in the nurture video. Please make sure to watch this video to be prepared for your consultation. And then we send these emails. These emails are based around what my clients have told me are the biggest constraints that they're seeing, or not the biggest constraints, sorry, the biggest objections that they're getting. And then we have tailored these emails around that. So it turns them more into an actual sales conversation when they go out there, which ultimately increases their close rate. And that means the client stays longer because they close more jobs. Then something that I didn't mention is obviously also our call center team. So whenever a lead has signed up, it's probably only going to be around 5 to 15% that are going to self-schedule. And therefore we have our team call all of these leads up within 2 minutes. So they call within 2 minutes because there's a 300% higher chance they will actually book an appointment if that's done. And then they're also going to call them 7 to 10 times in the first week to make sure we get, squeeze the most juice out of everything. And that obviously also increases the schedule rate that we're calling that many times. When we then get on the phone with these people, we're going to qualify them based on what qualified means for our partners. And that's again to make sure that they aren't wasting their time on shitty appointments, because they will just churn out immediately if they're driving like an hour for a tire kicker. So that could be asking them a budget qualifying question. It could be making sure that the time frame is correct. This should be a watch. Making sure that they're looking to get started within the next 30 to 60 days, making sure they're the homeowner, and just gathering some details about what exactly they are looking to get done. Also, we make sure that the decision makers are present, and we are pushing for booking them within the next 48 to 72 hours, or next day or same day if possible, because that's also going to decrease the likelihood of them actually canceling the appointment. From there, obviously they show up, the client, and we then do a confirmation call on their behalf right before the appointment. So now you're probably wondering, like, how do we make money in all of this? And what we basically do is we charge a fee when we schedule the appointment. And then if this appointment cancels, no-shows, or unqualified, they report that back to us. And then we apply a credit towards the next appointment. That means the incentives are aligned, and that's why I'm doing all of these things with the thank you page video, the confirmation call, because obviously I lose money when they apply credits, and that's exactly how it should be, because that's why I'm willing to go the extra mile for making sure that these appointments are showing up qualified. If you are wondering like how to basically hire these appointment setters, what I would recommend is hiring someone from South America, because they are really disciplined, they're hardworking, they're way cheaper than if you hire in the US, and you can find a lot of people with really good American accents, and we had some in the US in the past. We couldn't see any difference in the schedule rate. So now we just have appointment setters in Colombia that are doing an amazing job. So that's pretty much it for the fulfillment side of how I deliver my clients great results. So yeah, see you in the next one.